Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're playing Merfolk and Legacy today. So we're gonna play the Paradigm Shift combo again, except we're gonna play in Tropical Merfolk this time. And I'm gonna move the Chalice of the Voids to the sideboard. I don't think that they really do as much as they used to in our deck, and especially with the Shift combo, like it's just really clunky. We don't have a lot of time to be playing it, and playing Chalice in turn 2 means that it's a lot harder for us to win in turn 3. So I guess with that in mind, like if you just think about it, like Chalice is a card that used to crush a ton of decks in Legacy, where like Delver and Miracles and even like Bomberman were all like very weak to it. But now like all of those decks have adapted cards like Oko and Abrade and Karn. They all have answers to Chalice. Like they don't get hosed by it the same way that they used to. I mean, even Storm has adopted Veil of Summer to just punch through this shit. So it's meaningless now in a lot of matches. Like you tap 2 mana for it and then they just like gets elked or blown up or something, or like ignored entirely. Yeah, I don't think it's as necessary for the deck as it used to be. So instead I'm just gonna play like a more fair plan with just like the surprise combo in here, and we'll see how this works out. So everything else is pretty standard in this list. It does mean we get to play Veil of Summer in our deck, because now that we don't have Chalice on 1 in the main, like we can actually use this to protect stuff. So we're gonna see how this works out. Let's go play a Legacy League. Yeah, I would love to play, and let's go. All right. So yeah, I don't know. Like the only thing that sucks is I kind of wish that like we had a way to really deal with Pyroblast as well. There's not really a good card that's going to counter like Pyroblast and Force of Will for 1 mana and like deal with other stuff that we care about. Maybe Dispel's not that bad, or like that's could be worth considering. I don't know. In the future, maybe that's an idea. We'll see. Veil's just really good though. Well, this hand is actually not terribly good. We're up against Pixel Tamer, so this is somebody I know we've played against before. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I'm not really thrilled about this. Let's put Tropical Island in the bottom. Waterlogged Grove, Commander Speaker. Oh my god. This is somebody from the Merfolk Discord. Oops. We are up in the mirror, and now I know that he's been playing without Chalice as well, but I think he still has him in his main deck. So this is not going to be good for us. We are going to get crushed by Merfolk on the draw here. You know, like we don't have the kind of hand necessary to beat this right now. And the cool thing is we can play this Cavern of Souls like pretty easily, and there's not anything you can really do about it. I know he was just talking about this earlier. He was testing this, but I don't think his list has the combo in it, so. So I guess we're hoping that they don't have True Name Nemesis. If I lose to Merfolk as my first round, I'm totally happy with this. Yeah, Mistbinder's a thing. We're gonna have True Names online, so. Oh no, we played Tropical Island. Oh god, I can't. We're gonna die to like these Commander Speaker and this Mistbinder. Oops. This True Name's not gonna do anything. Alright, well, what's done is done. I'm just hoping that they don't have another Master of the Pearl Trident. Because if they have another Lord, like, we just die and there is nothing we can do about it. Right now, we're taking 7 damage, so if they play a Lord, we lose. I think, yeah, the correct thing to do is still probably attack. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So I can't block either of those. Oh, what is happening to me? Alright, well, we're dead. We are like 1,000% dead. Okay. You name me. Yeah, no, being on that draw was like terrible. Yeah, alright. You can, I will show you. Oh. Yeah. So, against Merfolk, they have Force of Will, but the Force is really bad against our deck. So maybe the combo could be a mirror breaker for us, actually. So I think I want Dismember, and I really don't want Force. This is the card that's like really bad against them. I can just protect the combo with Veil of Summer. I'll just you can bring in one random Collector Oath, because I think it's better than Force of Will. There's very little that you can force in their deck because of like Cavern of Souls and Aether Vial. Yeah. So I just gotta do it like that. And I feel like they're gonna side out their forces as well. That seems likely to me. However, Veil of Summer is also very good against Dismember and Merfolk Trickster. This is not really that good. I don't have a lot of pressure here. I think I have to mulligan this. Oh my god, this is not much better. They kept 7 cards. Fuck, that's bad. No, I can't keep this one either. Alright, well, this is terrible. Lord of Atlantis is a miss, and we are never casting Oko this game, so let's not even pretend. Mulliganing to 5, like, yeah, this is a mirror, and like we have like pretty unkeepable hands, so not a good way to start off the league, for sure. Kumena Speaker, yeah, that sucks. That's really bad for us. Especially if they play, like, Landlord next turn. No. I have, like, the worst hand. Alright, so Merfolk Mistbinder means I probably have to dismember the Kumena Speaker. So I'm going to take 3 damage anyway, so let's at least get that off the table. Alright, here's the question. Did you keep in Force of Will? No. Okay, I didn't think you would, but this is just, like, ridiculously bad. We don't have any way to, like... Alright, I guess... It might be too little too late, though, because, again, if they just jam more Lords, we are in a lot of trouble. We're at 16 already, and if they play an Island Walk Lord, we go to 13. Not really where we want to be, and they have 6 cards in hand, so... Okay, Kumena Speaker, that's actually good. No, it's not, because they actually have another Cavern, so now they can play Lord. They don't have another Lord, though! Okay, you know what? Forget what I said. They don't have a Lord. Oh, that's also beautiful. Alright. Alright, well, I guess we're on offense now. Oh, but they might have Merfolk Trickster. Jesus Christ. If he has Merfolk Trickster, he's going to turn off this Lord and then just, like, block this with Kumena Speaker. Okay, I see how it's going on here. I am not going to fall for your tricks. I've played this deck before. I know what's coming. Okay, yeah, see? If we would have attacked, we would have just, like, instantly lose the game. Instantly lost the game. I know how past tense works. This is still bad. Alright, so maybe they just have a bunch of lands in hand. They can't really attack with this thing, but they can attack with these two pretty easily. Nope. But maybe I can get them next turn with Trickster. Alright, we might see True Name Nemesis this turn. Oko! Oh, well that's not good. Alright, Oko is a problem. I don't have a good answer for it. I guess. So what we have to do is basically just do the trick that our opponent was going to try to do and hope they don't draw an Island Walk Lord. Okay, so that's good. Which means I can block the Speaker, the Trickster, and the food. And hopefully they don't have another Trickster. Like, if this plan doesn't work, then we are dead. So we just have to hope that it works. So I didn't walk into your blowout, but it looks like maybe you walked into mine, but you might have Trickster still, so who knows. Please don't. Oh, they have it. They totally. Oh no! Well, that's bad. Alright, well, we are trading with those two things. That's bad. Alright, the Brazen Borrower also works there. So the problem is that even if I replay this Master of the Pearl Trident, it is not going to be enough to stop them. Like, I have no way of stringing anything together here. Like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with Oko. We have functionally lost this game here. But we will play on just because I know Pixel Tamer might watch this, and I want you to know that I'm a good sport about this whole thing. I had no other choice. I just had to hope that you didn't have it. So, make another food. Yeah, that's fine. You can flash in Borrow in my end step. True Name Nemesis is going to be too slow to actually do anything here. Yeah, and Paradigm Shift is, like, out of the question. If we had drawn Thassa's Oracle this turn, maybe it could have been fine. We're definitely taking too much damage from this point onwards. So here's, yeah, another problem is that if I play True Name Nemesis, I'm dead to 2 attacks with this. And I don't have a way to stop that from killing me. But I also have to, if I don't play True Name Nemesis, like, these things are all going to attack me too, so, alright. Cracking the Grove doesn't do anything. I get, like, yeah, these are all, like, not good plans, so I don't know. I just have to hope they make a mistake somehow. Alright, pass. And Brazen Borrower is going to get cast, and we are dead. Like, we can't, there's too many things for us to beat right now. My first game hand was just terrible against this matchup, and then, like, my mulliganing to, what, we mulled to 5 in this game, I think. I mean, we did okay for going down to 5 cards, but, yeah, this is too much. Alright. No block. I'm not going to block this. Alright, you win. Here, you can see what I'm doing here, but alright, well, yeah, that's I don't know. I did not, like, have a good a good hand for this, so it is what it is. Alright, we lose against Merfolk, but at least it's a fellow fishy friend from the Discord, so yeah, I'm sure that he's messaging me now about this. Oh, whoops, we found a match. Yeah, he's messaging me about it now. Yeah. Pyramid of Greatness. Okay, well, we're on the play against this. This is not a very good hand. We have to mulligan that. This is much better. I'll keep this and I'll just put a vial on the bottom. Merfolk. So, depends on what we draw in the next couple turns to see what's going to happen with this vial. Ancient Tomb, that's not usually a good sign for us. This means this is Metal Worker? Could be. This could also just be Bomberman. No, okay. Maybe this is White Eldrazi, actually. And if it is, then, yeah, this, True Name Nemesis is going to be very important. The turn 1 Thalia is not pleasant. But at least we get these speakers out early enough. Walking Ballista would be pretty bad. We might have to take this vial up to 3 to get this True Name out. Yeah, there is no chance. I can't block this even if I wanted to. Because if I vialed in a speaker, it would still come in tapped, and it has first strike, so there's no blocking this turn. I'm just hoping they don't have anything they can cast now. Well, they definitely do. That's going to make this a lot harder to actually cast things. Oh, no. Means we're vulnerable to, Path to Exile, so... Well, drawing a land would be fine, or a 2-drop, I guess, this turn. That's actually pretty good. May as well attack. Probably have to take this Aether Vial up because True Name is just too important, and it's the only way I can guarantee I get it out at a point where it's going to matter. So yeah, this Thalia is going to crunch us for a little while. I don't know. See what the rest of their hand looks like. So we might see Displacer now. Okay, that's not the end of the world, actually. So we have to tick this up. If we draw any 2-drop, we can cast it, but if we draw... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Again, if they want to just throw one of these away for one of these, I'm fine with that. So I don't want to be running into, Path to Exile. Oh, I gotta be careful about Containment Priest now. I can't block, so... Well, Oko's definitely not coming out next turn. Yeah, them having the Ghost Quarter there makes me glad that these are dead. Um. Okay, I'm assuming they choose even. No, no, maybe odd for Force of Will actually. Because this is only non-creature spells, so I'm assuming yeah they'll pick odd, so I can't force. Which means unfortunately I'm not going to be able to Oko either. Oh no, it's one? They have to choose. Oh, that's weird. Why would you choose one? You don't want me to cast Ether Vial? Shouldn't you have picked 5? Or is it 1, 2, or 3 that you have to pick from? Oh, it's any number. I don't know, so why didn't you pick, like, 5 for Force? I think I'm still at a point where if you want to trade with this thing, I'm okay with that. I have to play this. Alright, let's hope that True Name can race them. So I'm going to go to 8. And then they're going to... So it's... they're on 3 turns, I'm on 4 turns right now. It depends on who's got more creatures to play first. Trickster would probably be pretty good for us. Okay. Well, that's less good. Now we definitely have to draw something now. That is not helping. So they chose 2 this time. So they put us to 3. No, but if they attack, I just block. So yeah, okay. So I can't really attack here. I just have to hold back. Yeah, like this is a point where they can, if they attack, they're just throwing away a creature. We're not winning the race anymore, so we can't attack. We find another True Name that would be probably fine, or even a Merfolk Trickster would probably help swing it a little bit. Even if it comes into play tapped, we can still like tap this down, so it changes the math a little bit, I think. Oof. Okay. That's not great. Well, we're still interesting. This puts me to 6. This thing doesn't have trample, right? Now Oko is live, though, if we draw... We can draw a tropical island. Okay, well, maybe that's fine. I can elk this thing if I want to. I can elk this Ether Vial, actually. They only have one more card left in their hand, so... If I attack with True Name, that's just getting insanely greedy. I don't think I attack here. Because then if I attack, I lose to, like, a Swords to Plowshares. I don't want to do that. Because I think I have all the time in the world now. Now I can just make food tokens and then just go up life. They can't really attack into me because they're just throwing away their creatures if they do. So we might be able to swing this one. I think they aggressively traded these a little bit more than they should have. Like, this put them in a position where it was not terribly great for them. So maybe they have something that they can use to answer this here. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think you want to use this Ancient Tomb. That's pretty dangerous. So you go to 5? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So they had another Thalia and an Ancient Tomb. Yeah, that's pretty useless, so. Collector Oath and... this might be like a Lotus Petal deck. I don't know. Veil of Summer is probably not going to be very good. Chalice of the Void might actually be reasonable here. Actually, no, we need Dismember. That's the one. Okay. Take out Aether Vial, and we have to take out 2 more cards. Force of Will is kind of important, I think, in this matchup. They have like some really busted turn 1s that just like completely fold if you force it right away. I think Trinium's fine. I guess maybe I'll just cut 2 Paradigm Shifts. And do it like this. This hand seems like it's perfectly fine. We're insulated against Wasteland. We have 4. Like, this is actually a great hand. This is almost as good as you can reasonably hope for, so. I don't know what they're going to do, but we have answers to anything, so. Okay, you have a Mox Diamond. Like, this is a... Chalice could be okay against this deck, but I don't know. It's hard to know. Like, they're more of a big mana deck, and they have Soul Lands, which probably matter more. What are you going to do here? Chalice on 1? Do you really care about that? Not really. I mean, it does make me a lot worse against Wasteland, though. This can't be like the spell that we force, right? That's no, we can't force this. Like, if I lose access to Aether Vial, so be it. I only have like 3 in my deck anyway, right? I'll just pass. Oracle looks like it's probably the closest to Force Food right now. Because there's just way more important things that we have to counter. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Okay. That's something I can trickster down at any given point. So I guess I just use Oracle here and just look for a land to put on top. Yeah, I want Cavern of Souls. That seems great. That helps me get True Name off. Means the shields are down this turn, so they could resolve something scary. But, like, even if they resolve, like I don't know what they're going to play here that's going to actually matter. I don't know. They could have stuff. There's 4 mana things that they could play. Maybe even land and 5 mana thing, but... Yeah, we're not really a non-creature spell deck. Like, that's not doing as much as you think it's doing. Get in there. Thalia is not going to block this. Let's play this before they wasteland us away from being able to do it. If the best they had that turn was Thalia, then we have to be in good shape. Okay, so what's your big go-to thing here? You have to have something that beats True Name Nemesis. Council's Judgment. Alright, I actually... So you... Okay, I see. So you are gonna... I vote for True Name Nemesis as well. Alright, fair. So they had Judgment. That kind of sucks, but so be it. So this turn I might just, like, pass with Trickster up. I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to attack them. They want to attack with the Wingmare, I'm just going to Trickster it and then kill it. I don't think you can beat this. Their deck is like all about shutting down non-creature spells, but we are basically all creatures for the most part. And I have Force active right now, even though Thalia is up. Okay, we win the match. Neat. Alright, well, nothing to it. So we lose against Merfolk, but we win against the... I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like a white prison kind of deck. Yeah, I'll have to look to see if I can find the exact archetype name. I've played against it a few times before. Sometimes they'll play Eldrazi Displacer and Containment Priest as kind of a combo for their deck to use with their big mana, so it's one good way to grind out creatures. Alright, well, 1-1. We're on the draw against Slow Motion. This hand's not great, but I guess it's... They kept 7 cards in here. I guess it's good enough that I'm willing to keep it. We have enough creatures in Vial. Okay, so Island Pass, so that's an interesting thing. Okay, that hand just like got upgraded to good. True Name Nemesis is always happy to see. Or yeah, something I'm always happy to see. So next turn we can play Kamena Speaker off this tropical island and then Vial one in. Or if we draw a Lord or something, we can play that instead. So what are you doing here? Tundra, okay. So this looks like this could be a control deck of some kind. It's not an Astrolabe deck, that's interesting to note. Okay. So I guess I'm just not going to do anything right now. I don't know what we're up against just yet. Sure, Rainstorm. Yeah, they don't have Arkham's Astrolabe, so because they don't have Snow-Covered Islands. At least they probably don't. I guess sometimes they might play like a one of that, but what is it like? I think there's a reason for that. Sometimes you might see lists with like Snow-Covered Island and not Snow-Covered Island, but I don't really believe that they're an Astrolabe deck. So trick is figuring out what the hell are they doing, and they're trying to figure out what we're doing because we haven't actually shown them yet. Okay, so I feel like this could be like a Spirits deck of some kind. This could be like a Stoneblade deck. Narset Parter. Okay, so this is probably Echo the Eons. Yeah, you have Narset. Alright, so we probably need to kill Narset. If this is an Echo deck. They have Force of Negation. Okay. Force of Negation is not going to do shit. So let's see if we can get this Trickster out. Like, I don't think they're going to burn a Force of Will in this thing. I mean, they could, and I mean, if they do, I'm probably fine with that. Because it means that the True Name Nemesis is not going to get forced. I guess Daze is technically possible. Now they have to, like, reassess their... Okay, they're going to force it. Good. That means I can pretty safely jam this True Name Nemesis. They exiled Force of Negation. Let's put Speaker in play. If we draw a Lord, I'll probably play that. Ooh, that's actually very good. Let's attack Narset. Guess I'm gonna play Kimena's Speaker here. I want to hold up the... I don't know exactly what's going on. I might even violin Thassa's Oracle and just look for another land so I can play True Name and then have Veil for it. I'm not really interested in either of those cards right now. Let's get rid of Narset. Yeah, the only thing is I don't know if they have something like Echo in their deck. So if they do, I don't want to risk losing to like Echo the Aeons, Narset getting rid of our whole hand. They could have like Swords to Plowshares, and if they do, Narset will still die in that case. So, alright, so they Swords the one attacking them. That's fine. Okay, I'm playing another Aether Vial. That way I can more safely tick the other one up to 3 and not have to worry too much about what's going to happen. Supreme Verdict could also be a thing at some point. So there's another fetch land. Maybe we'll see Jace the Mind Sculptor. Probably not going to target me with a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought here. So if they just Brainstorm, we're going to kill Jace. So I think they have to Fate Seal here. Really? They're going to Brainstorm? Their hand must not be good. So they're just throwing Jace away into like these things. I guess that's fine. So we'll take this one up to 3, and we'll just threaten to put True Name in play. We don't actually have to do it. Ooh, that's not bad. At some point in the future, that might be very good. So Jace is going to die. I'm not really worried if they try to wipe the board. I just need another blue card to pitch to this force. I don't want to put... Okay, so they Miracle Terminus. If they're going to Miracle Terminus for 2 creatures, that's not a big deal. Those are not very good creatures. And again, if they put another Jason play, I'm just going to... I'll put True Name Nemesis in. Which, that would be totally fine in that case. I guess if they tap out then for a Planeswalker, then probably. Counterbalance. I don't think I care too much about Counterbalance. So they're playing like old school Miracles. Alright. So we're actually pretty good against the old school Miracle list. Alright. So this one, always no. So yes and no. It's not really great. At least if we draw another land, Force is online, but I really want a blue card so I can play Veil of Summer plus Force. Because right now, True Name is vulnerable to something like, Oh no! Alright, they're gonna make some Angels. That's not good. I can't do anything about that. They have... I don't know, like, we might be able to race that, especially if we draw, like, Trickster. Alright. Let's see how this goes. This extra force was... Yeah, this force was too late. Alright, well... Alright. So I guess we're just attacking. So we're dead in 3 turns, and they are dead in 5 turns. We need something to change the math in this. Trickster could help, if we can find Trickster in time. Yep. I think I'm just going to be cycling this Veil of Summer. Probably at the end of turn. Alright, let's see. Do you have a 1-drop on top of your deck? Brainstorm is on top. Well, that sucks. That's not really helping. Damn it, we're flooding out. We've drawn like nothing. Look at this. We have like what? 3 actual creatures this whole game. Like, we cannot win with 3 creatures. That's not enough to beat Miracles. The combo is definitely not what we want for this game. Chalice of the Void is probably going to be really good against this version of this deck because they're not playing, you know, like Oko or Astrolabe or any of that nonsense. So I guess here we need Merfolk Trickster. Alright, well, I guess I need them to make the mistake of casting a blue spell so we can try to draw Trickster. And treat the Angels on top. That's not good. So we need them to cast a blue spell like right now. Oops. Oh, you know what? Okay, if we can draw Trickster off of this, then we actually have a chance. We lose. We needed to draw Trickster. We can counter the thing, but we lose to these, so we have no way of beating that. Alright, so Paradigm Shift is like totally useless versus this deck. However, Chalice is actually very useful. And Force of Negation will be helpful. Take out an Oracle. And I think we just run it back like this. They might have Monastery Mentor. That is possible. Summer is only sort of good. They might just play around it the whole time now that they've seen it. 23 creatures. Could bring in like 2 of these. Just in case they have Mentor. Because I know a lot of their... you know what? Actually, I should have brought in 2 Relics. That was a mistake. Because they have Mystical Sanctuary, so the Relic is important against that. Oh well. We'll have to just make do. Man, I am going to feel really bad if I lose against Miracles, but to be fair, counterbalance Miracles like this without like Astrolabes and Okos and stuff is not something I would have prepared for. The last time I've seen this deck like in Legacy was probably like 4 years ago. Something like that. No, it maybe not quite that long. It's been it's been years though. Like it's like since Sensei's Divining Top, really. Like Astrolabe is like a huge thing. I think this is a keep. All right. If you want to force Kemena Speaker, go for it. All right. So this deck normally plays like Counterspell in it and not necessarily Daze. And I can force check them with this Chalice, which is fine. This means it's less likely they'll have a Counterspell when I use this Force of Negation for Entreat. That's also pretty good. So, would you like to burn a Force of Will in this? I mean, I imagine you probably don't want to, but if you can, you probably have to. And I mean, I'm perfectly fine with just playing a spell that like makes you exile a Force and a blue card out of your hand. So, yeah. Exiled Snapcaster Mage. That's very good. Now we can safely play True Name Nemesis next turn. So let's attack first. This is going to put them in a situation where they got to do something fast. Oh my god. Damn it. It's tapping for double grain instead of the blues that I need. So I do have Force of Negation up, and I can just hard cast it next turn. You want to Swords this, that's fine. Brainstorm, okay. They might try to Brainstorm Terminus on top. If they brainstorm Terminus on top, I don't know, that's actually close, because then if they have another force in their hand, then we probably lose to that if we go for the Force of Negation on it. So I imagine if they Miracle Terminus, we probably would let it resolve. But now I think if we untap with this force, that's much better. Okay, good, excellent. Put this vial out, it's going to help us in the future. They might want to Force of Negate this, actually. And that's good. If they want to waste, again, a Force of Negation on this vial, then I'm cool with that. Because that's one less counterspell that they'll have. If they try to set up Terminus, then they won't have enough mana to Force of Negate my Force of Negation. Force of Will on the vial. Beautiful. Exiling Ponder. That is such a great exchange. Just perfect. Okay, so they do have Terminus. So they are gonna look for the land and try to cast this Terminus. So let's see if I can Force of Negate it. Oh, so okay, they might have Counterspell in hand. Or Pyroblast. Pyroblast would be okay. Alright, sure. You Pyroblast, these go on the bottom, and then I just play another True Name next turn, so. You have 2 cards left? Let's play Chalice first. So now if they draw like Ponders and whatnot, they're totally shut off by this Chalice. It also turns off future Pyroblasts. Good. Excellent. Okay, and again, if we pick up land, then we can cast Force. That's nice. We just need to get there, so 3 turns, or if we draw a Lord, it's 2 turns. Beautiful. So now we're protected from like Council's Judgment. We don't have Jace either, so that's good news. Alright, we're trying to turn this league around. Alright, so I guess Lord wins? Alright, Lord wins. Let's see if we get there. Swords to Plowshares offline, Pyroblast offline. That should kill them. Okay, there we go. So that's how it's supposed to go. So I think here. Oh man, I really after seeing them like use those forces so aggressively, I kind of want to keep the Veils in. If I take the Dismembers out, the odds that they're going to have it are just going to skyrocket, aren't they? But I know they have Mystical Sanctuaries in their deck. I think I have to keep either Veil or Relic, but I can't really keep both. What's more dangerous to me? I guess I can take out the other 2 Thassa's Oracles. They're not really that good. We'll just get there with Dinks. We have 20 creatures plus 2 Okos left. I think that's enough threats. Do have some 1-drops, and if we turn them off with Chalice, so be it, but I think that making sure they can't loop... oh, fuck, well, we have to mulligan. They kept 7 cards. This is fine, I guess, and we'll put a Veil on the bottom. I'm not a fan of double Waterlog Grove. Like, that's not good for our life total. Sure, Portent, go for it. They're portenting themselves. They're not going to try to screw with me, so that's nice. So this will interact with Snapcaster Mage and also keep Mystical Sanctuary from being a problem. This is probably a little bit more important. So I'm going to wait till next turn to play Aether Vial. So I want to play Aether Vial when I have the Veil of Summer to back it up. Because they've proven that they're willing to burn forces on Aether Vial. So I want to make them have to burn more forces on Aether Vial. And then after that, then I will play Chalice in 1. I want Vial to resolve so that way they can try to counter it with force and then I can just Veil of Summer it. So what are you going to do here? Okay. Interesting. Just play land pass. Well, it's not bad. Alright. We'll play Aether Vial. Please counter this. They are always very inclined to counter that if they can. Alright. I guess I just pass here. That's interesting. Sure. So I can't vial in a Lord anymore. Which kind of sucks. Can't actually do very much in this position. Maybe Dismember will help it. These lands are so bad. Oh god. Alright, if I play Chalice on 1, that's actually not very good here. I don't have another choice though. Like, I'm not going to be able to win this game without playing Chalice on 1. And I don't have the mana to protect it this time. Like, I can't use this Veil of Summer. But it means I also can't put Lord of Atlantis in play if Swords to Plowshares is an option. So these are all very not winning plans, as Waterlogged Groves are really biting us in the ass. Early Containment Priest was devastating against this Aether Vial. If I draw Dismember, I kind of have to dismember this thing so I can use Aether Vial. We might not be winning this match. I did not come prepared for this with Chalice in the main deck because this is a deck from like years ago. I'm just hoping that this is enough to like disrupt them at least a little bit. They Force of Negated pitching Brainstorm, so I guess that's sort of okay. I guess the card I really want more than anything is probably Dismember, because I can get rid of this Containment Priest and then I can protect it with Veil. Even if I draw like an island, that would be fine, because then if they try to counter it, I can Veil then. I need to find a way to get value out of this thing, but like our mana was like really clunky this time. That's not good. So, and I guess we do have Force of Negation if they try to go for like Entreat this turn. Which I don't think is going to be the case. I really don't want to pitch Lord, but I may not have a choice. Yeah, being stuck on 2 land here is definitely not where I want to be, and it's land that hurts me every turn, so... With 3 cards left. Ugh. I'm running out of turns. Okay, well, that's one of the cards that I really wanted here. So I guess I'm going to do this on their upkeep. Okay, you want to put Brainstorm on top, be my guest. So I know they're not going to entreat this turn. This has to go away because this is removing our ability to cast spells faster. Okay, they didn't want to do anything about that, that's fine. I'm not really in a hurry to do anything here. I'm going to go ahead and Brainstorm. So I still have to keep Veil plus Force up for when they go for their entry. But at least right now we have a little bit more breathing room to do something. And maybe if we draw like True Name Nemesis, this will work out. So I can potentially tick this Vial up to 3 and then like get this one in play. I'm not going to tick this one up until this one lands. You really just like have nothing in your hand, do you? You want to just keep putting Brainstorm on top, I'm fine with that. I imagine there's got to be better stuff for you to be drawing though, right? Or you just desperately need like a fetch land. Well, put it on top, so maybe if they play Jace, I probably have to counter that. Ponder, okay. This is you may. I don't know why you would... I mean, unless you definitely want Brainstorm, I don't know why you would put it... maybe it makes sense, though. Like, if you have the option, like, to put it on top and draw it. They didn't shuffle, so, alright, maybe their hand's not that bad after all. I guess I'm gonna crack this relic and try to draw something here. It's not bad. Yeah, you can't really afford to do anything about that. This means now that we have some other mana sources, we can afford to start cracking these groves and putting, using the vials as our mana source. So, but I can't like put the shields down yet. I have to wait for them to go for something. That's helpful. Yes and no. Okay, we're actually starting to get somewhere here. So we have a pretty high hill for them to climb if they want to go for Entreat. Let's see how they cast this here. Okay, would you like to cast it for its miracle cost? Apparently not. I think here I'm probably not gonna... I think I just sit back here and just try to draw another card. Unless they play Jace, then I need to force a Jace, but otherwise... If I get to 4 mana, then I can actually use this Lord of Atlantis aggressively. Yeah, if I get 4 mana, I can hardcast Force and then use Veil of Summer. I think we need to go for 1 Angel token, though. They tapped out for this. My guess is going to be if they didn't have it last turn, they probably don't have it this turn. They chose not to shuffle. So this is going to put me to 2. If I hardcast this Force, I think I have to do it. No. No. I'm not going to risk this here. Because I still have a game if like they counter this. I'm guessing they probably don't have many more mystical sanctuaries, if any. Okay. Sure, brainstorm away. So they burned a Jace. Probably cycle this Veil this turn. That makes me nervous, because now if they have another Sanctuary, I could actually be in some shit. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Alright. Oh, this game's dragging on forever. Alright. We'll play Cavern of Souls named Merfolk. We have to pass. I need to hold this Force up, just in case they do try to go for this again. What I'm really waiting for is I need, like, True Name, because I don't want to... If I just play Master of the Pearl Trident, I just, like, lose to a Swords to Plowshares, and I cannot afford to do that. Well, they might not have another Sanctuary, because I feel like if they did, that would have been a very good place to use it. Just end step, put Entreat on top, and then go for it again. But I need something better than Master. Pass. Let's make them do stuff. They have 6 minutes left. We have almost 11. You gotta be careful though, because this Flooded Strand is not really good. It's gonna put us to 2. They make a single angel and we die. Okay. That's sort of fine. Play Chalice. Force of Will. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm going in on this. So I think I need this Chalice to resolve. Oh, they have Mystical Sanctuary, don't they? They have another one. No, Volcanic Island. Okay, that means Pyroblast. Okay. Alright, well. So they have 3 cards and we're at 0. So we are in danger here. So they don't have Sanctuary, because if they did, they would have just gotten Treat. So we don't have to play around that anymore, for sure. So that would have been the best line here. So right now we need something. I can't crack this fetch land, or I can't, like... Well, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Alright, go. I don't know, we're dead to, like, anything. Jeez. I guess they don't have a lot going on either. I'm not going to show them that I don't have anything in hand. I guess go. Now you think I could have Force up? Just played Island Pass. Okay, so they're building up their hand. They're going to try to, like, counterattack me. Alright. Oko. So this looks like another Force. Yep. Okay, so how many is that so far? It's 2 Force of Negation, 2 Force of Will, one of those. Ugh. We need to, like, stick a threat, so we probably need, like, True Name Nemesis. They have nothing in hand though. Like, what? So what's their deal? All right. All right. We'll just play Lord of Atlantis here. Finally, we're, like, gonna start getting in the game. Okay, so Swords. Swords is fine. That actually gives us some more room to work with our life total. So is that all their hand is? It's just, like, removal? Okay. If we can hang on for 4 more minutes, we might get through. Alright. Fetch land. I think we're going to crack a fetch here because we don't need... Being at 3 life versus 4 doesn't seem very relevant. And I really don't want to keep drawing more lands, so... Alright, we have something on the board. Hopefully they're not going to find something that kills us. I'm guessing they're just sitting on a bunch of, like, Swords to Plowshares, though. Yeah. Okay, well, we're not dead to like one angel now. Oh, they found a second entreat. Oh, God. Well, I think we're dead. That's gonna do us in for sure. You think, yeah, 4 is enough. Like, there is no way for us to beat 4 of these. Alright, well, I mean, we had like a infinity turns to like try to draw True Name to try to close out this game faster, and we just like failed to draw forever. So, good game's opponent. All right, we lose. Well, we lose against Miracle. Well, we don't have Echoing Truth in our deck anymore because we don't really expect Entreat very much. All right, we're gonna take a quick break here. So let me put on here. I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. We're back. All right. I don't know. That's like the second time in my life I've ever actually lost in that version of Miracles. But to be fair, like that deck is one where like the old school like Chalice and Silvergill setup is much better. We don't really see it a lot these days, so it's not really something that I intend to prepare for because I expect to see like the Uro Snow version of the deck much more often, and Chalice is not really good against that, and Silvergill is like, eh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have gone better. I don't know, maybe Veil wasn't as good. Like, there were definitely opportunities for it to be good, but we never built up, like, we never got to the position where we wanted to, like, counter, and then they try to counter back. Like, they always just seemed to play around it, even when we didn't have everything, so I don't know. Alright, well, let's try to do better. Well, we're on the play. This is Malamujo. Alright, what are we up? His hand's garbage. This is much better. We're going to keep this, and I'll put one Kamena Speaker in the bottom. And they are going to know what the deal is right away. Merfolk. No secrets here. Picking up Cavern of Souls would probably be really good. Alright, is this probably Delver? That's what I imagine. Well, I guess we're already committed to this plan, so they might counter this, they might bolt this. They're gonna daze. Okay. They counter this, so they still at least take the 2 damage. They don't use the mana for anything, so that's neat. So what the hell? So this has to be a Delver deck, but they didn't keep Delver. So like, what is their plan here? I'm probably not going to deploy True Name Nemesis right away, because I don't want to walk into another daze. I want to wait till I have either 4 mana or a Cavern of Souls. I can hold up Trickster. That's not really where I want to be. They chose to shuffle. You know what? If they chose to shuffle, maybe that means they don't actually have an answer for True Name. Alright, I'm going to jam it. Alright, let's see. Do you have another Daze or a Force of Will? Yeah, they have Force. Okay. You know, if they pitch a Force for this, that's not the worst thing in the world. Force pitching Spell Pierce. Delver, okay. So here I'm just going to sit back. I will let them try to flip Delver and attack with it. And then Trickster it and then try to block. Okay, so... Actually, they probably are going to stifle the Merfolk Trickster. But I guess that's still okay either way. And they have Stifle. I can't stop them from doing it, so... Let's see. Why would you do that? You just revealed Stifle to me, did you not? It's a triggered ability. What is your plan? Just let Delver die? That has to be a blunder. Wow. What do you think this card is for? You just revealed this to me and it like could totally save your Delver of Secrets. Sure, you have Oko. Alright. But it does mean that we have to be careful because Thassa's Oracle can't really win the game when they have Stifle in hand. True Name Nemesis can, though. So let's go after Oko. They're going to be able to just keep gaining life, so if I don't go after Oko, I'm not going to be able to. Alright. Alright, again, I just have to hope that they don't have another counterspell. They have another Force, of course they do. And their last card in hand is Stifle. Neat. Yeah, okay. I don't have anything to do about this, so... So they've had 2 Forces so far. Not good. It's not really ideal either. Poop. Alright. I have to get Oko as... Like, I can't... If I can't not go after it, like, I have no choice. Because I can't kill him as long as Oko's on the board because he can just gain 3 life a turn as long as it's there, so. There is a world where if I draw Thassa's Oracle, I might just cast Paradigm Shift anyway, and then just try to win with Oracle, despite the bullshit. There's 2 true names in my graveyard, so like... Wasteland, that's not good. Alright. I don't need to tick Vial up. Okay, so... I don't have Oracle, but... Yeah, these 4 cards in my graveyard are probably not enough to, like, matter. I think we're gonna lose. We're just like, we're kind of like flooding here a little bit. So we're at 4 lands and a vial. We don't really have a. Well, I mean, to be fair, we did have 2 true names, but they had 2 forces, so we didn't have Cavern or Vial at the times that we needed them. So we're kind of just like fucked here. So yeah, I think we're gonna lose game 1 to this. It's kind of unfortunate. This is a place where like Chalice is not really gonna help us very much. I still don't think you should have thrown Delver away for no reason like that. Well, yeah, we're like super dead. Not even like True Name Nemesis is going to help us here. Alright. We lose. They haven't seen any of like the combo, but presumably like they probably are going to side Stifle out though, right? Like they have to. But I think we're still going to side Paradigm Shift out because it's just terrible. Relic is much better, and Dismember is much better. That's pretty much it. You know, like we kind of got unlucky. We ran into 3 counterspells, and we just did not have a way to like fight them. We had like the only realistic chance I think was to force check them, and they managed to pass the check 3 times. If you pass it 3 times, you get to just win. That's how this game works. But hopefully being on the play for game 2, we'll have a little bit of a better shot. This hand's fine. We'll keep it. It has a nice aggro curve. It still would be better if we had a Vial or a Cavern, but what are you going to do? Trickster is still really good. And we have a 1-drop, so that's also nice. They play turn 1 Delver, I probably don't attack. Yeah. I'm gonna make them fear me. The other option is I could actually just, let's see. I could play Master here, attack anyway. They might daze the Master, but then it gives me the option to Trickster it then later. And then I can play around daze when I go to like block it for real. So they're not going to daze, they're going to try to flip this Delver, that's fine. I mean, this just helps us race them anyway, so. And we can play Trickster and still hold up Grove. And, yeah, so we can play around daze and a Force. So they have Force on top. Alright, it's fine. Sure, Brainstorm, go ahead. What are you gonna do here? I'm just gonna attack. Like, you're not winning this race, so like, you attack with Delver, that's fine. Like, I still kill you. I can repeat this trick with Trickster like multiple times in a row. That's what I thought. So what does this mean? I don't have removal for this Master of the Pearl Trident. I know they have force, right? Could have played Waterlogged Grove there, but yeah. Do I care? Like, is this a good trade to trade with this thing? Feels like it actually might be. You want to trade this? It's okay. Okay, let's see what you got. You're gonna Lightning Bolt. Pyroblast, okay. I could force this and then force them back. I mean, I could make them burn a Force of Will right now, but I don't think I really want to do that. Huh. Okay. Sure, if they want to block the Kamena Speaker, so be it. Really? How is that good? I guess this just has to mean that they're going to play Oko this turn. Tarmogoyf? I'm not scared of Tarmogoyf. So I really want to draw another blue card so I can double Trickster this thing. Actually, I guess it doesn't even matter. If they like counter the first Trickster, then I'm just gonna play another one anyway. Sure. I can crack Grove and try to draw another card. Play Misty next turn. Delver, I guess that's gonna happen. I did not think so. No, I think I just hold back here. That's an interesting thought. Okay. So again, I still know they have force, and I think Oko is really good here. I want to try to trade. I want to get these Tricksters to kill this Tarmogoyf. All right, what do you got? I have another Force of Will here. Interesting. Okay, you have another Delver. So you have Force and then 2 unknown cards. Maybe 2 Forces? So do I use the Dismember now? Because fuck. I could use the damn it. If I use the Dismember now, I have to like force back, and I really don't want to pitch this Trickster. Okay. So here, now if I play Oko, I can play Oko and then protect it with force and then still have Dismember up for this thing. I think I have to do that. Force pitching days. Alright. Okay, well, they only have one card in hand, so that's gotta be good news for us, right? They did not draw another instant or sorcery, so that's good. Alright, I see. It's gonna be one of these games. Interesting. So they really want my Oko off the board. Okay, well, Food Wars. Lightning Bolt. Okay, so you still can't kill Oko. I guess you get to make a food and then turn it into a thing. So I guess I probably need either Trickster or True Name Nemesis right now. Okay. So, let's see, what do I do here? I could Elk the Lord of Atlantis. That means I force them to Elk the food and go after Oko. I don't. Yeah, if I just make a food, that doesn't really do anything. Because they can still attack it. They can attack it for a 6. I can. Yeah, so being at 3 is not going to matter. So. So I guess I have to probably try to trade this Lord off with something else. So I guess if I can draw True Name Nemesis quickly enough, then maybe it'll be fine. Well, that's not helping my cause. They drew multiple lightning bolts now. So Oko's going away. I need to draw a True Name now. Like they are just drawing threat after threat, and I am drawing garbage. So let's see, I have 3 Delver of Secrets, a Tarmogoyf, and an Oko. Yeah, this is not really where I want to be. And they're drawing like all the removal spells to go with it too, so like that's very not good. Alright, let's do this right now. Okay, well, that's the one I needed, so let's hope that your last card is not Daze. And if it's not, then maybe I have a shot here. Oh, you fucking kidding me? No! Oh, no! No! What is happening to me? Oh my god. Alright, like, we are dead now. We are just, like, absolutely dead. We go to 8 here, and then next turn we're dead, and there's, like, no way to come back from this. Their last card had to be exactly that, and that's just... okay. Sick rips, opponent. Alright, we lose. I don't, like, fuck. That was just hardcore. I don't know. We did what we could, but... that's another match where, like... yeah, I don't know. Chalice is, like, okay against them, but it's also really not that good either, because they have Okos, and they just, like, Elk the Chalice, and it's kind of meaningless for the most part. I mean, they also have a Braids, too, so it doesn't do that much. We were just so clunky. Like, we needed, like, Cavern of Souls into, like, True Name Nemesis. We could never get it online. That sucks. We didn't see them play like Dreadhorde Arcanist or anything like that, but that very easily could have happened, and like we'd be ruined by that too. This is just not our day. We were doing terrible, so we need to try to win one match to get some points back, but this is just fucking ass. I can't believe, like, we were so close to like stabilizing that game, but I don't know. We triple force checked him like the first game, and then the second game just they had everything and we had nothing, or at least a lot less than everything. Maybe not exactly nothing, but like definitely way less than they did. So they didn't find the air half of their deck. All right, well, we're on the draw. This is not very good. We only have 2 threats and 5 mana sources. That's not keepable. This is much more keepable. I will put a Thassa's Oracle in the bottom. What are we up against here? Misty Rainforest and maybe Delver again. Usually Cavern of Souls is good against Misty Rainforest decks. Could be like Storm or something too, and we don't have any forces in hand for that. I guess we're gonna find out. Volcanic Island means that it's probably Delver. No! Oh my god! What the hell is this nonsense? Okay, this is gonna be like Living End. Which means we are definitely gonna side Chalice in for this. This is like some kind of cycling combo. We desperately need Force of Will. Because that's the... Yeah, we're not gonna win otherwise. Like, this is a deck that we have never seen in this format before. Okay, so here's the problem. I have to like play another creature right now if I want this to be 2/2. I'm gonna play Thassa's Oracle because I really need to draw a force. Actually, Lord of Atlantis might be okay. So I can play Speaker plus Lord next turn. Alright, maybe there's some hope I can race them. Probably not, because they're probably just going to wipe our board with Living End, but I don't think that we have another choice. Yeah, I have to hope that they have, like, they're far away from casting it. But at any given point, they could just, like, do it, so... Alright, what are we gonna see here? Yeah, that's gonna happen. Alright. Alright, I think that we've seen enough. We cannot compete with that. Well, yeah, okay, so that's Living End and Legacy, I guess. So the only good news is this is a deck where we have stuff to bring in. Not Grafdigger's Cage, but we do want Force of Negation. And, yeah, this is not really a paradigm shift match. Well, either that or it is very much a shift match, actually. It is one way that we can potentially just combo and kill them. Maybe we just take out, like, these cards. Veil of... Like, yeah, they're probably playing, like, Force of Will in their deck, too, so... The thing is, like, playing a fair game against them is just not really an option. I'll take out one Commander Speaker. You know, I'm going to do it like this. We're going to keep the combo in, and we're going to try to race them like that, so... We're going to disrupt them like this, and then we're just going to hope that if we keep them from casting Living End, then either we can kill them with Island Walk Dinks, or we can combo them and kill them. This is a hand that can combo and kill them. We're going to do this. So we're going to just play Chalice on 0 and hold up Force of Will, and we're just going to get them with Oracle. Alright. This is like exactly what we want here. We have Force plus blue card, and the sooner this Force of Vigor, are you kidding me? No! Absolutely not. We have no hope of winning if those... Oh my god. Okay. Well, the only cool thing is, like, if we draw a land, we can actually win. We can just cast Paradigm Shift. They can't have, like, another Force of Will. Alright, well, we have to draw another land. Okay, they had Force of Vigor plus Force of Will on turn 1, so... Here we go. We're playing another Aether Vial. Hopefully that will give us enough time. They do have to win with the combat step still, so that's worth noting. They haven't cycled anything, so maybe they don't have any cyclers in hand. That would be nice. It still gives us a chance, though. Well, that's not really where I want to be. Alright, well now we're at the point where we need to like start pretending that we can do something. Okay, well, so the plan here is I have to start amassing devotion on the board. So that way when I play Oracle, I can actually, like, get there. Alright, the Force of Vigor is going to be brutal again. They can't cast it. He doesn't have double green, so that's worth noting. Alright, well, he has double green now. I guess we're getting there with Lord of Atlantis beats. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to cast Paradigm Shift, and we're just going to wait until we have enough devotion where we can win the game with it. So there's 4 cards. So we have 2 Aether Vials, a Force of Will, and a Chalice of the Void. So we just have to not die long enough for Thassa's Oracle to do its thing. And, okay, sure. Cycle Street Wraith. I don't have to go for it this turn. So I don't want to lose to like 1 removal spell. So we drew the Force. Well, we're only going to be able to have 1 Force up. Let's see if we can sniff something out of his hand. So we have 6 devotion, so he has to kill all of our creatures in order to stop us from winning. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? No, no, wait, he's digging for Force. Okay, did he find it? Ugh, yes! We just barely got there. Oh my god. Force of Vigor and Force of Will on turn 1. Wow. Insane. Okay. Alright, well, That was an interesting game. Veil of Summer looks like it's probably really good against them, so we're gonna keep that. Yeah. Where are we at here? They're keeping 7 cards. This is not going to do it. This is probably as good as we can reasonably hope for. So I guess we are going to put... Probably Waterlogged Grove goes on the bottom here. Okay, and... Put Chalice on 0 first. I'll play the... I guess just in case he has Daze, let's play this first. Okay. Play Cometa Speaker. I'm not going to play the Relic yet until he deals with this gel. Like I want to wait at least a turn until I can hold Relic up. Because at least then I can stop him from just like doing that. I want him to cycle a bunch of stuff first so that way cracking Relic will actually do something. Okay. See, like this is fine. Because at least now, like if he goes and like Force of Vigors this thing, I can crack Relic in response and get rid of like whatever's in his graveyard. Alright. Now that's good. That means there's probably no Force of Will. So if he had Force, he would definitely use it on that. Cycling. Okay. They're trying to dig for an answer to this Relic. You could hardcast Force of Vigor, though. That's definitely an option. Uro. Okay. He's also getting dangerously close to the territory. We can just start hard casting these dummies. Let's do this right. So we can't escape Uro yet. He has to deal with the Chalice before Relic is a thing. But I might just be cracking it next turn just to like play around some of this nonsense. There's 3 really good targets in the graveyard right now. Yeah, this is the point at which I have to do this. Because I can't let him get Uro back, so... So he's at 9, alright. Alright, anger. I guess that... I mean, that sucks, but it is what it is. So I think I sided out True Name here, didn't I? Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Okay. We got Thassa's Oracle, that's not nothing. I think I'm going to hold it up for the time being. Because I may have to try to build up to Shift, because Thassa's Oracle is not going to be enough to clock him. What does your hand look like? If I cast Paradigm Shift, he probably has to like hard counter it. Or he has to counter it with Force. Because he's not gonna, yeah, do very much with Oracle in hand. So Shift would be good. Force of Will is not bad, but it's not really what I want right now. I can't Living End as long as this Chalice is on the board. Okay. You're gonna do this to get. You're not gonna get a Street Wraith back. That doesn't do anything. So. Okay. Well, I mean, I have Force plus blue card now, so that's nice. So I guess I'm just looking for Paradigm Shift. You don't have any cyclers either. That's interesting. I guess I'll just play Lord. It's not bad. Alright, let's just poke for 2. This puts him at 7. Which means I actually do have lethal in hand then. But I want to take this slow and easy, because he definitely has like... I'm sure that he has something like Force in hand tonight. There is no reason to press my luck right now. I can just try to get in there slowly with Lord of Atlantis. I'll force him to do something. That's not bad either, because now I can use that to try to dig for a Paradigm Shift. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here. Like, you want to get Street Wraith back? That's okay. Tap this thing down. Hard casting Simian Spirit Guide. Interesting. Or is that going to do it? I could try to force this, but if he has another force in hand... Okay. Didn't want to give up there. I mean, I guess he didn't have it, so... That's fine. Well, I mean... So we won 2 matches and we lost 3. Like, that's not great, but... I don't know, like, Delver and the Miracles were definitely winnable. We had some pretty rough hands. We did not get to see the power of Veil of Summer at all, which is really unfortunate because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for this card to succeed. And I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't. I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe instead of Veil we need something else. I don't know. It seems like it should have been way better than it ended up being. Maybe this is a deck where we could play Daze in it because we actually have, you know, 1-drops, and it's not really as awkward because we're not like super committed to, you know, getting the 2 mana for Chalice of the Void. I don't know. And I mean, it's a little bit better if we're just jamming cards right away. This feels like it should have been fine, but there were just a lot of scenarios. Like, it didn't protect us from Swords to Plowshares at all, so... I don't know, maybe Dispel would have been better in some of these cases. I mean, Dispel probably does a lot of the same things, it just doesn't draw a card, so... Normally when we're using Veil of Summer, they're getting blown out anyway, so I guess... The only difference is Dispel actually does answer stuff like Swords to Plowshares and maybe like Lightning Bolt. I don't know. Is that worth it? Like, trying to think, like, are there any other, like, blue or black effects that we care about that are not, like, instant speed, really? I mean, Oko activations, that doesn't really matter very much. Most of the time, it's just instants that we care about, so we don't really see anybody playing, like, Flusterstorm, and discard spells don't really seem like they're a thing at the moment either, so maybe Dispel would be better. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But, I don't know. It was right. And losing, we lost a Merfolk, which, yeah, like, our hands were just, like, super trash against that, though. So, and that was despite having the Chalice sideboarded. I don't know. What are you going to do? Like, you can't win all of them like that, so... I mean, we didn't really get to see... Like, Oko was kind of okay, but we didn't have enough, like, ways to protect it. And, like, on the turns where we really needed something for him, like, we just failed to draw. I don't know. Maybe... I don't have an answer. I have to think about how I want to change this. Maybe we don't need all 4 copies of Paradigm Shift. Maybe we should just play 3 of them and just have it slightly less often. But, I don't know. I think 4 of them might be overkill. Maybe. Have to think about that. I mean, we could cut, like, the Veils and, like, 1 Paradigm Shift for some Silvergill Adepts or something. That's a possibility. We could put the Chalices back in those slots. I'm not sure. I can't think of exactly how I would want to do this. I mean, there's also the option of moving 1 True Name Nemesis off to the sideboard and making room for stuff like that. I think there's potential in this sort of list. We just haven't really seen it in this league, so we'll be doing more of it. I just, yeah, it needs more work, I think, as well. And I think it needs more work, and we need better draws too. Like a lot of times, I just felt like we just did not have anything when our opponent was just getting everything they needed. So, and I mean, I don't like complaining like that too much because like the variance like that is part of the game. I don't mean to like discredit them or anything, but like they were a super rough draw. Like our last opponent, like us, it seemed like his draws were pretty terrible as well. He did not have a whole lot of creatures to put in the graveyard, and like obviously did not have another Force of Will. So I don't know why he conceded with the living end in this, or with the ultimatum in the stack. Like unless he drew all of the living ends, maybe that's why. So maybe, yeah, okay, that might explain it. If he just like drew all the living ends in his hand and then just cast that just for shits and giggles to see if we would concede to it, that might make sense. I don't know. And if that's the case, then he's had the same kind of experience that we did. So I don't know. We'll come back to this at some point again. I still think that this is a list I want to work on and try to see if I can get it a little bit more functional than this. There is definitely power in this, for sure. So I think this is. We live in a world where we have to be doing something unfair to compete in Magic at this point, and it's like the quote unquote fair decks across basically all of Magic are just ridiculous. Like at this point, they're playing like all of these overpowered like 2019, 2020 cards in them that just like invalidate basically everything that has been printed up until like the last 2 years, and it's frankly disgusting that Magic is played like that, but I mean, look at this card, like Veil of Summer, like Oko Thief of Crowns, like Thassa's Oracle. We're playing some of them in our deck because it's the only way to keep up, like stuff like Uro and Karn the Great Creator and Teferi Time Raveler. They're just ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Arkham's Astrolabe invalidating Wasteland, like that's terrible. And even in like other formats too, like Urza is like ridiculously OP, and Pioneer has like Underworld Breach that is also stupid, and there's like Heliod that is just comboing with Walking Ballista, and the Uro decks like Uro and Urion. Like the entire game is just dominated by cards from the last 2 years, whereas like before that, like it would only be like maybe a couple cards a year that like would affect the formats like this. Everything is just playing, all of the most powerful cards that are being played in all these decks were things that have been printed recently. Even in historic, like there's stuff like Embercleave and Bone Crusher Giant and Questing Beast that just like utterly wreck you in like Gruul, or like Heliod in like the mono white deck, or it just they still have like Teferi and like the Esper decks in there. Like there is no format where you're gonna get away from this. And Uro and Field of the Dead, like we've seen it so many times. It's ridiculous. So I think as long as that's the case, like if they're not going to undo the damage that these years have, or the last like 2 years have done to this, we have no choice but to do stuff like this. Like this is the only way that like Merfolk is going to keep up in that environment, because you are not going to outgrind another one of these decks. Like if there's a deck that's playing like Uro, you're not beating that on card advantage, and you're probably not beating that once they like actually hardcast Uro and attack with it. Like at that point, the game is over. Your tempo plan is mostly shot. I mean, Oko is invalidating the Chalice. Like I said, we have Veil of Summer that invalidates like the Force of Wills. There's like Arkham's Astrolabe that invalidates the Wastelands. Any access like that you would normally try to fight on is just a losing one at this point. So in a world where trying to interact and trying to stop your opponent from doing stupid shit is not a good plan, the only good way forward is to just do stupid things yourself. So I think that paradigm shift is important to Merfolk, and we're going to have to like find some way to make this work, because this is honestly like the only version of this deck that really puts up results at this point for us. So if you want to keep playing Merfolk and Legacy, you have to find a way to incorporate this and Thassa's Oracle into your deck. We even just saw the last two the last Legacy challenge had like, what is it, 4th and 5th place were both variants of Paradigm Shift Merfolk, right? It's powerful, and in some regards, this is a very high variance kind of thing. But if you want to like take down a tournament, like sometimes like high variance stuff is how you have to do it. It means you might have leagues where, you know, it just doesn't come together, but there's also going to be leagues where you just like turn 3 your opponent and they had no way to prepare for it and they're just going to die to it. Or maybe, you know, there will be a point where they like try to force and you have force to back it up and you just win like that. So I don't know. I think that this is important. We're going to have to keep playing like this, and eventually we'll find a 75 that most people are going to agree upon for this. I think this is not far off. I think this is definitely reasonable. There's certainly mono blue versions of this that can work too, that if you are worried about Wasteland, then mono blue might be a good choice, but I think that we have to like screw around with it a little bit more. So until then, I will see you guys next week. I will probably be trying out the new format for videos next week. So whatever I end up doing, and it will probably be divided into like one match that's played in a different video for each day of the week. That is my intention as of right now, and we'll see how that goes. So thanks everybody. I will see you again next week.